This video is brought to you by JJ's Cards. Jamie provides affordable singles and splits of both Digimon and Vanguard at great rates. Get your orders in now for 1.5 by clicking on the link below and letting know Lachlan from the DigiDegenerates had sent you over. Thank you. Alright, hi, welcome. It's the DigiDegenerates. It's Lachlan here, just giving you my top 16 purple deck list from the Saturday webcam event. It's going to be quick. I'll give you the explanations on why I played certain cards and stuff like that, but it won't be super long. 4 Tapirmon, 4 Impmon, and 4 Gabumon with 2 vanilla DemiDevimons as the rookie lineup. I think if you played purple, it's very self-explanatory why you play kind of this ratio. But for those that don't know quickly, Gabumon's the best one to Evo if you're going into a level 4 off your egg. Impmon and Tapirmon are just good on destruction effects that add value to the purple game plan. Level 4s, 4 Devimon, 4 Blocker, and 3 Wizardmon. Quickly again, retaliation is a very strong keyword. I play this card very reactionary. I always try and have a level 3 sticking around the thread and the crash into stuff. Blocker's obviously really good. I play 4 strictly because I want to be able to see it consistently and fast enough, especially into the more aggressive matchups. And Wizardmon's just a strong level 4 that, is cheap to play and cheap to cast. His 4 memory is very efficient, and it also replaces himself. Level 5s, I played 4 Kimeramon. I think this is the best way to play the deck in purple at the moment, because a lot of the other level 5s aren't very good, because building a line in purple isn't the strongest, especially in the mirror match where everything can trade up to level 5 really effectively with the removal. Then Megas. Level 6s, 2 Piedmon. We played 2. Well, I played 2. Ronan played the same list as me. But we played 2 strictly because playing 3, while you see it more, also bricks, but also is in a lot of games like uncastable after the first one. So you only need to really see one to resolve to be far ahead. In the mirror match, playing this, just generally means your board's actually going to get cleaned up, because giving your opponent 8 memory gives your opponent access to Heat Viper Trump Sword, which just clears empty 3 creatures off this board. So it was a very good card. I'm glad I played 2. Personally, 3 is probably the correct choice, so you can see it a little bit more, so you can be more aggressive. However, my style, I'm not as an aggressive player as some other purple players, so I like it. The 2 of. Then I played 2 Machinedramon. This is strictly to deal with Millenniummon, because that's a big mirror breaker in purple. So you use the Machinedramon to de-evolve the Millenniummon, which doesn't trigger its on destruction effect, which normally you'd have to use a Devimon and then a Trump Sword, which is very memory hungry, and you'd have the cards in hand obviously to deal with a tapped Millenniummon. Really hard of a card to deal with otherwise in most colors. But this was really good in some other matchups that showed value in green and red. And I didn't hate this card, and I would actually play this one again. I wouldn't play this card in any other deck though, unfortunately. I just think it's very good in this purple list that's aimed for the mirror match in mind. Last Megas, 2 Puppetmon. Good, proactive tempo threat that, you tap something down, play this, especially early. And generate a lot of memory if it doesn't get answered straight away. You notice we didn't play Vilemon. I think personally Vilemon is very bad as a card. Being at 4 memory and playing it puts you at 0, right? Which is good because you get to attack with it then normally. However, most opponents put you at say 2 to 3. 1 sometimes, but in general, you're between 1 and 3 most of the game, right? And because of that, he brings you over straight over there. So even though he gets to pop something, it's not that strong because your turn immediately ends. And I don't like that. That's why I didn't play it. Lastly, level 7s. 2 Millenniummon, really good, really strong, solid mirror breaker. Very good against Gabumon and Omnimon as well if you can get to him quick enough. Being hard to remove at 13k is good, but also the fact he's sticky and comes back and has a lot of synergy with Kimeramon or Heat Viper, which we play also. Memory Tamers, 3 Mat. I actually wish I played 4. This is the best turn 1 play going in purple, even though you don't get value out of playing this card straight away. Over the course of the game, you pay for this card and more with the free memory you get every turn, and it lets you play your more expensive level 6s and 5s, without giving your opponent super excessive amounts of memory. You get to save a little bit, obviously, and opponents play around this card by giving you maybe 4 or 5 memory instead of 3, because choking you is like not efficient then, right? So then you benefit from this being on the field because you get even more memory. So technically, while this does probably average on, I don't know, like 3 to 4 memory, if it stays down on the low side of the scales, if you do get multiple times, especially in the mirror where you're podcasting like Kimeramons and stuff like that, you go to like 4 or 5 and you get like an extra 1.5 worth of value essentially. This is also strong in the mirror in the sense if you have one, they don't. Their game plan really has to shift focus because of this card. So I ideally would want to see 4 and like play 4 in the future so I can see it like straight away. Options: 3 Night Raid, pretty self-explanatory. Just plays, you know, your more expensive rookies cheaper. Triple Heat Viper. This 2-for-1 card, really good. Technically 3-for-1, but I want to say a 2-for-1 most of the time, depending on what you delete. I deleted Millenniummon a lot of times with these cards. The pop stuff was really strong, really good. And then 3 Trump Swords, sorry. Trump Swords, like, I love-hate relationship with this card because it can be very good effectively. However, you know, if it reveals security and, you know, no other Digimon, you know, active and it's just resting, it's really bad. But, you know, reveal this like off a restanding Omnimon before the second attack, it's really strong, and so forth. And then lastly, a bit of a meme, I played one Flower Cannon. So Flower Cannon has quite a good chance of being revealed in security as a one-of. So you have a 10% chance the first 5 cards of your deck with a one-of being Flower Cannon, which doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, when you're playing a big round tournament, you're going to see it once or twice, and that's what happened. You know, I did it and saw that. You can technically play it while it's on the field for Puppetmon. It was definitely more of a meme than a solid pick, but it made me thought after like it happened. I'm like, oh, I wonder what a Gaia Force would have done here or Cocoitus Breath. And then we came to the conclusion that because your deck does draw a lot and discards a lot, if this is in your hand early, you can just discard this and not feel bad because you are digging through your deck a lot. And I never bricked on this card being like stuck in hand forever or anything like that. It was either insecurity or I drew until late in the game, I just discarded it straight away, you know, or got discarded like of Pagumon when I milled a card. But yeah, that's the quick video. I hope you'll enjoy it. Hope you like it. There'll be more comprehensive purple analysis, like in general, coming up. Also coming up will be Ronin's top 16 purple list from Sunday, which was inspired by the testing we did with this deck, then changed for the Sunday event a bit. And then also, if you don't want, if you didn't know, there will be a deck list in the description below. So yeah, thanks.